Hello everyone, welcome to William in the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Fernando. Fernando is from Lima in Peru. So let's see what Fernando has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello
Okay, great.
Fernando, how are you?
Good. Very good.
So tell me,
How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Sure. My pleasure.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
It's been pretty good. Today I actually did some exercise
Uh-huh.
and I almost missed my class because I on Tuesday I went to the Dua Lipa concert here in Lima. She's touring
Wow.
South America now. And it was such a huge party that I still had a kind of like a hangover from it. So I was feeling lazy, but I finally got out of bed. So went
Wow.
to do some exercise and then just did some work. And then yeah, I'm here with you. And then I have a doctor's appointment and yeah, some other stuff planned for the day.
Busy man.
I try.
So tell me, what was the highlight of Dua Lipa's concert that you went?
Oh, you know what I love about this tour or her show? I mean, I've never seen her live, and I didn't watch any videos before the show or anything. I don't like to spoil myself. Like, if I know I'm gonna go see a show, I hate spoilers, so I don't watch anything before. But I knew she was doing this thing that at every concert she went to, she would sing a local song,
Wow.
from the country in the original language and everything. So everybody was like very excited to know which song she was gonna do from here. And the song actually leaked during the day because she had sound rehearsals. So
Yeah.
there's people that actually recorded what she was rehearsing. But I managed to not know until until the very end when she actually sang it. So she actually sang this very old song that is still popular to this day, of a genre that's called cumbia from the
Uh-huh.
Amazon.
Wow.
Uh, and it was very exciting. So that was definitely a highlight. And just her overall, such an amazing artist. And yeah, it was very cool. It was a very nice experience.
Yes, actually, she was in Brazil before, I think last week or something, and everyone was posting online on social media. She was very down to earth. She was visiting some place in Rio, and everyone was very excited about her visit in Brazil and São Paulo and Rio.
Listen, she was with Caetano Veloso in Brazil and with this other artist, and she sang the Magaleña, which has some super fast verses. It was so impressive, like hearing her sing in Portuguese, and I don't know, she's amazing. Like it's like what language can she not speak? Like she is very impressive for sure.
Tell me where you're from, Fernando.
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I'm from Lima, Peru, born and raised.
So tell me, what was the biggest joy of growing up in Lima, in Peru?
Well, let's see. It's a very chaotic city, and you kind of get used to that. Growing up, everything is very close. I live in the middle of the city, you know, it's not like I live in the outside of or the suburbs or anything. So traffic is crazy here, in Lima. And it's like when you go to other places, like it's nice to like live like this to live different things, you know, about other places and you know, calmer places or quieter places. But then you kind of like just miss the chaos
I
sometimes. And I'm a very much a city person.
I see.
So I like that. So I guess that's why I enjoy what I enjoy the most about living here. The city life itself, the movement and the chaos.
Amazing. And what do you do for work for a living?
I actually have a small business that I'm aiming for it not to be so small anymore. Uh, I have a property management company. So
Oh,
what
wow.
I do is I have my customers are property owners, and I manage their properties and rent them on different platforms such as Airbnb.
I see.
So I do everything for them, and then I each month I just give them their earnings and I take a cut, and
Like
yeah.
this.
So I've been
Wow.
doing that for a few years now.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
All right, perfect.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
I'm ready.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song that's first relax before the first question, okay?
All right. Okay.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
All right, perfect.
Amazing. First question for you is, would you ever get a tattoo and what that would be?
Wow. I've been asked that quite a few times, actually. I would get a tattoo. I have not yet. I really like tattoos. I like tattoos on other people.
Me too.
But it's been very hard to imagine them on myself.
Uh-huh.
First of all, because it's a very big commitment. I
Yeah,
think about tattoos as kind of like a marriage, it's a
totally.
very big decision. And so I always find it very hard when thinking like what would I do as a tattoo as the first one at least.
Yeah, yeah,
And I can never really imagine. I just think that it would be something like super, I don't know, like I guess something that I think it would have for me it would have to be something that doesn't really mean a lot, just
right.
because I think that sometimes things that have meaning can also lose it.
Yeah,
So, and if it's something permanent, I think it would just have to be like something like very aesthetic or something like geometrical or just like an ornament, something that doesn't really have to mean anything. But yeah, who knows? I've also always heard that once you get one, you're done and you're gonna get a lot. So,
I get your point. I think I love seeing people with tattoos. I think it's sexy, it's beautiful. You know, some people, they have those amazing, it's like art in their bodies,
yeah,
you know? And I'm the same place as you. Sometimes I never wanted because I was scared that I would, regret, or as you said, it wouldn't mean anything anymore. However, the older I get, I start considering maybe something very discreet, something that I cannot see easily, just to to have there. But yeah, I get your point. I think it's beautiful. Tattoos is just beautiful to see people. Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Fernando? What do you like the most about being you?
it's the biggest joy about being me. Wow. I guess the fact that I've been through quite a few things now in my 38 years of
Mhm.
living, and I'm still here. I think I've come to know and believe that I am quite resilient,
Mhm.
and I like that about me. And I like that I don't take my resilience very seriously, actually. I just think for me it's like a survival instinct. Um, and it's just something natural to me.
Mhm.
I also consider myself to be very fortunate in some kind of spiritual way because I think I've dodged quite a few bullets in my life,
I see.
and and I don't think it's all by chance.
Amazing. Good. Next question. Let's do it.
Mhm.
Okay, next question for you is, what's the best advice ever received?
Best advice ever received is probably that everything does actually happen for a reason. That whatever you're going through in life at the moment, you might not understand why or what's the purpose of it. But eventually, someday, you'll realize why such thing happened, and you'll be like, oh, that was it. And if you don't know at the moment, just know that it's for and there's a reason, and that you will find out. Just be sure of that, and you'll be fine.
And what's the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life to me is probably like try to make the most of it and try to learn as much as possible
Uh-huh.
and try to be as good as possible
Uh-huh.
to yourself and to others, um, and make it mean something,
I
and
see.
for when it all ends, what did it mean when it all ended, when it all ends, like what did it mean? What was
I
it
see.
for? It needs to be for something.
Next question, let's do it. Right. Before the next question, you already mentioned about being resilient. You have some events in your life, and actually, there was a phrase there in your profile. It's in Spanish, and I believe that it says "reborn" on the 6th of December 2022. Am I right? It's That's the right meaning?
Yes, it actually says, well, it's actually, well, I don't really know how to translate this. Like, being reborn since December 6th. It's like an ongoing thing. But yeah, it's pretty much that.
Are you okay to talk about it? About this phrase in your profile?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's all over my social media anyway. So yeah, December 6th, 2022 was the day I got diagnosed with leukemia. Um, and that was a very dark period in my life, at least at the beginning. It was very much all of a sudden. I had just come back from a cousin's trip in the United States. We all got together and went to Disney World, had the best of times. So I came back to Lima in November, and then just a couple of weeks passed, and I started experiencing these back pains, very weird back pains, and they started getting worse and worse by the day. And then I ended up in the ER, and you know, tests, and it was just a few days or almost like a couple weeks maybe. And I started developing these bruises all of a sudden. And and then yeah, few more tests, and yeah, it's leukemia, it's cancer. And yeah, so then I had to say I was admitted into hospital and started treatment right away. And at first I had to stay in the hospital for a full month.
Mhm.
And that was probably like the darkest period, like the first month, because that was when I was like very much coming to terms with the fact that I was
Right,
sick.
right,
Um, because I didn't understand at first at all, like, why, or, what am I gonna do? Uh how am I gonna deal with it? I
right.
never put myself in that situation, and I can tend to be a bit of a depressive person, so I was worried about it. I was worried about how I was gonna react. My family, my boyfriend was worried. They were all worried about how I was gonna react emotionally to something like that. And I did have a couple of weeks where it was just very dark. And
Right.
then, but then all of a sudden something happened, something sparked, and I just saw everything completely different. And I actually saw this disease and this thing that was happening to me as a blessing and
Wow,
something that had to
wow,
happen to me. And
wow.
for a lot of reasons. And it actually fixed a lot of things in my life, fixed relationships with my parents. Uh, yeah, it actually it was something very positive in the end.
Wow.
So so yeah, it was crazy because I never would have thought that I was going to that I even could um respond to a situation
Hmm.
uh such as cancer with such positivity, I guess. But I managed to do it in the end. And, everyone, even doctors, my doctors, even they were always like, attitude is like 95% of the recovery. And,
Wow.
but it's not easy, you can't just ask someone to have the right attitude. It just, you either have it or you don't. And it's also okay if you don't manage to have the right attitude, because it's not easy.
Mhm.
But luckily I managed to look at it in the right way, I guess. And yeah, I got out of it. I think I had cancer for a second time a year later.
Wow. Wow, Fernando, thanks for sharing that. I think it's so powerful. I was about to ask you, about the positive side that you saw it, but you already answered about seeing different things in your life that you didn't see before, the relationship with your family. I think there's everything. There is a reason behind, as you mentioned before. Um, and the second time when you had it was the same kind as well when you went through the same situation.
Yeah, so the second time was actually just a year and a half after I was cleared from
Mm-hmm.
after I finished treatment. I was doing, my checkups regularly and everything. And I went to the doctor for a completely unrelated thing. I had a stomach infection.
Mm-hmm.
So they do a colonoscopy, and in the procedure, they saw like this, they were like, "Oh, what's this? Like, this is kind of weird. Let's take a sample just in case." And
Mm-hmm.
whoop, it was cancer. And this
Wow.
this time it was in my colon. The first time I had leukemia was blood cancer, and this time it was developing in my guts.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like kind of like the same type of cancer, but started elsewhere. And but thankfully, thanks to that stomach infection, it
Wow.
was detected very, 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 very early stages, because I actually had just had a a PET scan a couple months before, and it was clear.
Wow.
Not even the regular tests for cancer were able to detect that it was actually developing again.
Wow.
So, so yeah, that was very lucky. And so yeah, the doctors were like, we have to put you in treatment right away again. But since this is the second time you're getting cancer, and it's been, in such a short period of time, then this probably means that your organism could possibly just start developing cancer. I mean, we can cure you, and then you'll be clear for one more year, and then maybe it'll pop up again. So we have to do something else this time. And so after we give you a treatment, we have to do a bone marrow transplant.
Mm-hmm.
And because that reduces the chances of relapsing a
Right.
lot. So we did that. I did three more cycles of chemo.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully that was enough. Just three to get rid uh of that lymphoma. That was a cancer. And then I went to the second process that was actually like the main event this time, was the bone marrow transplant, which is like a very very long and hard process to go through too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had to be uh, in the hospital for a, a full month, completely isolated.
Wow.
I wasn't able to see anyone. Uh, and this was on December, which is also like my birthday's on December, so I spent my birthday, Christmas, uh, in my hospital room by
Wow.
myself. Uh, so yeah, it was just, all these things that make it, extra difficult, I guess. But it had to be done. Um,
Mm.
so we did that. It worked. I mean, it's been working so far. They released me from the hospital on December 30th. So at least I got to uh to receive 2025 in my apartment. And
Amazing.
this
Thanks.
was just this last December, so I'm just about to uh to have my first anniversary of the transplant. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for sharing again, Fernando. Thanks. I know it's a very, let's say, difficult topic, very difficult to talk about it. And it's amazing to see someone talking so open about it. And it's about healing, helping others as well. So I appreciate your words regarding that. So your birthday is very soon then.
Yeah. Just just over a little more 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah. So on the 14th. So yeah.
Oh no, I thought your birthday, your real birthday, I thought was in December.
No, my real birthday is on December, yeah.
Ah,
December
it's for
14th.
oh my God, so
So
it's very soon.
they actually tell you that, I mean, when you have a bone marrow transplant, the day that you get the transplant, they tell you that this is your second birthday. And
That's
you now
amazing.
have two birthdays.
Oh wow,
Because you're being reborn.
amazing.
And So yeah, and actually my two birthdays are very close because my actual or first birthday is on the 14th and my transplant was on December 17th.
Wow,
So yeah.
amazing. Okay. Next question for you is, how do you make friends?
Oh, I don't really have like I don't know, I guess an MO for making friends. Um, I mostly just let them come to me, I guess, in a way.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't necessarily consider myself like super likable at first. I can tend to be a more serious type when I'm not I mean in a social situation.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not with actual friends, like I can be more shy. If I
Right.
am with friends, and there's more trust and everything, then yeah, I can be goofy and whatever. But not at first. So if people come to me, then I'll open myself to them.
Wow.
But I'm not really the one to make the first step. So I don't really make friends by being the one who, to introduce themselves and stuff like that. So I just let them come to me.
And which person in your life, right this moment, you feel more close to or more connected with?
What person?
Yeah, you feel more connected with or more close in your life right now, or at this moment in your life?
Well, definitely my boyfriend. He is my life partner. We've been together for and it's gonna be 9 years now.
Amazing.
And
Wow.
he has been with me through this journey, this illness, and which is it's also very hard for partners, and illnesses can also destroy relationships. I've seen it. Like I've seen couples go through illnesses and then something just breaks and it's not the same. But thankfully we've been able to carry on and yeah, he's always been there for me and he always teaches me a lot. He grounds me
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And yeah, I appreciate him very much for everything he's done for me.
Okay, so he's watching this interview right now and have a moment and opportunity to send him a message. What would you say? He's watching.
Just that I love you and I really appreciate everything that you let me know about the things that I I don't see uh about myself, either good or bad, especially the bad ones, because those are the ones that I tend to not see.
Amazing.
But yeah, I appreciate you always wanting me to be a better version of myself. So thank you for that.
Beautiful. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm playing Xuxa, Rainha de los Barritos. I'm not sure if you remember her. I'm a big fan.
I do. Yeah, I was very little when Shusha was still on, but I did
Uh-huh.
catch a bit of her.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, of course, who doesn't know who Shusha is? I mean, at least in Latin America.
I love it. Next question is, what do you think people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
I'm sorry, what do I think people need to know about what?
About each other before they start a relationship.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know if it's anything specific, but maybe just know the most about each other. And by this, I mean like get to actually know each other. Like
Hmm.
I usually see a lot of people who move too fast. You
Hmm.
know, people meet and they like each other a lot,
Yep.
and they get very excited, and that's great. When you meet someone and you like them a lot,
Yeah.
there's this feeling inside that you want to move very fast. You're like, this is the perfect person for me, and this is what I've been always been looking for. But hold on, a person is a whole universe,
Yep.
and you really need to take your time to
Yep.
see if you're going to be able um, to build something that's long lasting, if that's what you want. Most people are looking for, I guess, relationships. And if you're looking for a relationship, you want it to last, right? And so if you want it to last, I just think that you have to take your time to
Yep.
get to know someone before actually taking the step of going more serious. So nothing specific, maybe like, but my advice would be just get to know as much as possible, because you never finish knowing someone. You're always getting to know your partner, but at least take some time to get to know as much as possible.
Think that so far, as I could see your eyes shining talking about your partner, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from him?
um there's so many. Just being appreciative of the things that one has in life, being
Hmm.
appreciative of family, um, and being appreciative of the people that care about you, and uh, and yeah, just try to give back the love that you receive. I think that's it.
And how did your path cross for the very first time? How did it happen?
Grinder. I mean, of course. So yeah, it was kind of weird at the time. I was really not looking to, I had just come out of a long relationship, and I was like, I don't need relationships right now. So I just want to get to know new people and have fun, whatever. And I started this chat with this guy, and all of a sudden we started, talking about all these things, chatting about all these things. And I think it was something like I think we started at like 9 p.m. and we were chatting until like 1 or 2 in the morning. And that night I was like, oh, we have to meet tomorrow. Like,
Wow.
uh, like this is not like, I need to know, I need to see you. Like I need
Wow.
to meet you in person.
Yeah.
Um, and so we did, and we just went to get to get some drinks. And at that point, it was still like, yeah, I'm just gonna meet this guy who seems very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Um, but maybe this is just gonna be it. A few drinks, maybe something else will happen, and then maybe that'll be it.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, then we started seeing each other more
Oh,
frequently, and yeah, then the rest is history.
sweet. Very sweet. Last question. Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Last one. Before the last question, as you talk so open about, your situation, the let's say the challenge journey that you went through, with your medical condition at the time in the past. People watching this interview right now, maybe they are facing a situation, or maybe they just find out, about something related to that. My question for you is, what would be your best piece of advice for those people who just, maybe they're going through that, or maybe they just, find out about the situation?
Yes. So, uh, first of all, I know it's hard, and no one will be able to understand until they're exactly there.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, once someone's gone through this, like I've been through cancer, now I'm past it. I completely forgot what it's like to be in that exact moment.
Right.
So no one will ever understand what you're going through in that exact moment. But um, do try to pull the energy that you need and the positivity that you need from the well-wishing of the people around you.
Well.
That was like the main discovery for me. I was trying to figure out how to how to come up with the positive energy that people were telling me that I had to have to
Mhm.
uh to confront this situation. And then I found out that every time someone thought of me, every time that someone wished me well, and just every time that someone without even telling me was wishing that I become better, they were sending energy.
Wow.
And that's what I needed to grab. And that's what was gonna build me up. And that's what I used. So that's whenever I have the chance, that's what I like to tell people.
Beautiful. Last question for you is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where that would be and why? I actually, checking your profile, could see you visiting some place in the world, Amsterdam. I was checking a little bit your profile. I think it's a good question for you. So tell me.
Ah, uh, I don't know. There's just so many places that I need to visit before actually making that decision. But so far, if I had to go with the places I've already been to,
Hmm.
it would probably have to be either Amsterdam or Athens.
Wow.
Just because I think they're both like very rich culturally.
Uh-huh.
They're also very chill.
Yeah.
I like that vibe. It's just, relaxed and easygoing, and just places where you can just feel good
Yeah.
and not have too much worries. So I think one of those cities is perfect for that. If I had to choose just one, it would have to be Amsterdam because that's I've just been there recently and I loved it. Um, so yeah, that would be great.
Easy. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Okay, quick thinking. Let's start with money,
Necessary.
fear,
Fear is also necessary.
family,
Family is foundation.
life,
The best.
love,
Love is a pillar.
Religion.
Religion is guidance.
Sex.
Sex is a treasure.
Politics.
Uh, disgusting.
Friendship.
Friendship is amazing.
Desire.
Desire is drive.
Regret.
Regret is unnecessary.
Success.
Success is overrated.
Wish.
Wish is idealistic.
Happiness.
What was that?
Happiness.
Happiness is elusive.
One word for Lima.
Oof, chaos.
One word for Peru.
Ah, colorful.
I like that. And if you could define your business, your Airbnb business in one word, what that would be?
Um, in one word, it would have to be just hospitality.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your boyfriend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, define Fernando in one positive and one negative word only, what he would say about you.
Let's see. Positive, I think, is that I'm very resourceful. So that would be the word.
Mhm.
And negative is harsh.
Wow. Okay. I'm sure he knows you very well. I'm sure he knows you very well. Let's play now, Fernando, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, Christmas just around the corner. So tell me, what's the meaning of Christmas for you? Do you like celebrating Christmas?
Yes, I love celebrating Christmas. It has more of a traditional meaning for me, more than religious.
Yeah,
I'm not a religious person, but I do come from a religious family and I live in a religious country, so I do have to live with that aspect as well. But for me it just means a time for family, for keeping traditions alive, for rituals
amazing.
and for nice food, for hot chocolate in summer. For us, at least, it's one of the ironic things about us celebrating, uh, Christmas in the
Hot weather.
European way, it's yeah. We drink hot chocolate in the middle of summer. No, not the middle, but at the start of summer. So, but yeah, we do it. We still do it. So we like it.
I know exactly what you mean. Back in Brazil, I remember Christmas very warm during that time, for sure. Okay, Fernando, you can ask me a question now.
Right. So talking about traditions, what's your favorite local tradition from Brazil that you like to keep and maintain where you live?
My God, what a great question, Fernando. Actually, I had so many interviews here, over 1,000, and I don't think anyone asked this question before. That's amazing. I love it. You know what? I think back in Brazil, in the winter time, June, July, we have this celebration where, it's because it's cold at the time. So you talk about hot chocolate, we had this, drink as a traditional drink. It's a bit alcohol, so it's for adults only. However, the smell of it It's, you know, it's in June, July. You call São João. Yeah, where is people? So the ladies, they dress like with this dress from the countryside. The men, they dress like a cowboy, or sometimes just like those farm men, you know, with this hat. So it's and we dance at school as well. We had a celebration every winter. So it's very, I miss that, because for me it reminds me of the childhood memories growing up, you know, and have this we call quadrilha. Quadrilha, it's a dance where the couples, they are all together and they're doing like a marriage and have all these acts, you know, in the dance. And it's because it's cold as well during that time, so it's a bit cozy. And I remember that everyone drinking this drink, and I remember I couldn't drink because I was a child. However, the smell of it's like cinnamon. They put a bit of wine with some, you know, cinnamon as well. So it's very unique smell. I'm talking about, you can smell it, just talking about. So yes, I think this tradition, you know, in London, when I meet my Brazilian friends, I remember we did some celebration at the time. Everyone dressed up like, you know, dresses, and men, and sometimes Brazil tradition as well, that men, they dress with dresses, and the ladies, they dress with like a man, like a trousers. So it's a kind of a mix of celebration, and a mix of characters as well, where you swap between them. So yeah, that brings me this nostalgia when I think about Brazil growing up during the winter time. And here in London, of course, it's summer, so it's a bit, it doesn't match a little bit, but just the fact that you know, get together and play those songs, like Xuxa, she had so many songs as well during this time of the celebration. So it's amazing to listen to those songs and bring this nostalgia, you know, back from Brazil. So yeah, that's my answer for you. Amazing.
Great. Love that.
Did you enjoy the interview, Fernando?
Yes, it was very fun. It was therapeutical as well.
Oh, oh, thank you. By the way, again, I'm gonna say thank you so much for being so open and talk about these events in life. I think it's not easy, and now because you went through, and as you mentioned before, you saw a positive side of it as well. And I think for you to be able to talk about it, it's about helping others as well, because you never know who's watching this interview right now. Maybe they are facing a situation and see someone, you know, talking so open with this beautiful attitude, you know, very positivity as well. I think it's about helping others as well. So thanks again for open up and be so open about that. And
You're welcome.
before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Uh, okay, there's this quote that I like, and it's about challenges and roadblocks actually. Uh, and it says something like the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. So it's
Wow,
about taking the challenges and the roadblocks that you find and understanding that that's exactly what you have to do to get to where you need to be.
amazing. Muchas gracias.
De nada, con mucho gusto.
Thanks again. Send my regards to your boyfriend, to your family and friends. Merry Christmas for you. Have a great time, and Happy New Year as well. Your birthday coming very soon as well. I hope that you have an amazing time. I'm sure you have some reflection during this time of the year for you. I'm sure it's a month that it's a lot of emotions, a lot of, you know, it's a great place. So enjoy the most you can, you know, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Okay, and see you in Europe
Thank you.
sometime. Okay, see you sometime around here in Europe.
Yeah, who knows? I still have to go to London. It's in my bucket list. It's been for so
Amazing. So
long. I
next time
have to get there.
when you come to Amsterdam next time, just drop a little bit to London, and I can show you the city around. Okay.
Great. Thank you,
Okay.
William.
Enjoy your day. Bye bye.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show, and I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.